Hello, good morning everyone. Good morning, Professor Radmi. How are you all? I hope we are all in a good health and condition. Okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Komang Citra Paramita Maheswari from class 3G with student ID 201-202-1189. So today I would like to tell you about the learning strategies and the steps that I will use later in my teaching. The purpose I made this video as a final project for our TFL course, and I want my learning design to be useful for everyone, especially for teacher candidates. Okay, there are some contents that I will explain to you. The first about the skill, the second about the scope, and next the implementation, and the fourth is the strength and limitation, and the last is suggested for teachers in order to have an effective implementation. Okay, the first I want to explain about the skills to be taught through the activity. Critical thinking students identify significant information and the strategies and carry out investigation to solve this problem. By solving this problem, students gain and build certain knowledge and develop critical thinking skill and problem solving skill. It is possible that the knowledge obtained by the student is informal, but throughout this discussion stage, the knowledge can be integrated so that it becomes formal knowledge that is connected to the knowledge that students already have. And the next about the scope. Here I choose the introduction to pronouns material to be taught to 7th grade junior high school student using the relevant theory, namely problem-based learning. In connection with the subject matter, introduction to pronoun is dominated by problem solving so that the problem-based learning model is suitable to be applied in learning English. Problem-based learning is a problem-solving learning model in which students are required to be able to solve the problem cooperatively. This also certainly affects the learning outcomes of 7th grade junior high school students, which include aspects of knowledge, attitudes, and the skills. And the next, the implementation. In this activity, materials and tools are needed to support learning activities using problem-based learning method, including LCD to display image regarding introduction to pronoun material. And the stage of learning are the first, orientation of student to problem. The teacher presents problems to be solved individually. Issues taken are usually contextual. This problem can be found by students through reading media or activity sheet. Furthermore, each group observe and examine the problems presented by the teacher or obtained from the recommended media readings. And the next, organizing students for learning. The teachers make sure students understand each other's assignment. After that, students discuss and divide tasks to find the data, materials, and tools used to solve the problem. And the third stage is guiding individual and group investigation. The teacher monitors the contribution of students in the collection of data and materials during the investigation process. And the next, the student conducted the investigation looking for the data or references or sources for the source of the group discussion. And the fourth is develop and present the work. The teacher supervises the discussion and guides the preparation of report so that the work of each group is ready to be presented. Furthermore, each group carry out a discussion to produce problem-solving solution, and the results are presented in the form of works. And the last stage is analyze and evaluate the problem-solving process. The teacher guides the presentation and encourages the group to give appreciation and input to other groups. After that, the teacher and student conclude the material. Then each group made a presentation, the other groups give appreciation. The activity is continued by making conclusion according to the input obtained from the other groups. And the next about the strength and the limitation. The first is the strength. In the application of learning is that students can consolidate knowledge and skill and implement them with relevant concepts. In addition, problem-based learning develops critical thinking skill, foster a special interest for students to learn independently, and is useful for building connection and contributing to interpersonal skill during practice or group work. And the next are the limitation. Encouraging students to find their own problems, and then when they start learning, they immediately tell them to discuss and solve the problem they get in the presentation of the material presented by the teacher or the beginning, which will lead to deviation from the subject matter, because the problem is given when the lesson begins, even though the student did not understand the subject matter. And the next is suggested for teacher in order to have effective implementation. The thing that can be done to teachers for the effectiveness of the learning process using the problem-based learning method is to build good communication with students. Moreover, this problem-based learning frees the student to work in a group, so it is a little difficult to establish good interpersonal communication with them. Even though the learning process is like that, the main task of the teacher is to continue to guide and build closeness to the student so that the learning objective can be achieved. Okay everyone, that's all the TFL exam videos that I can convey about teaching strategies. I hope the information I present is useful and provide benefit for all of us. Thank you for watching and bye bye.